Hi, I'm Jarrell from Sungrand. I'm the developer of the Silver Falls games. So, the final 7 Wii U and 3DS games are about to start launching. The first one that will launch will be Ghoul Busters for the 3DS. I'm still waiting for final confirmation, but that should launch on the 14th of this month, July. That's in about 10 days from now. Hopefully, that will be followed closely behind a few weeks later in Europe. So it will launch in North America first, Europe a couple of weeks later. That will launch at $9.99 USD and also €9.99 Euro. Now, I'm just finishing some adjustments to the international e-manual for White Inside Its Umbra, and then I will be submitting that to Nintendo today. So, you better grab your this thing, you better grab your these things, and you better grab your these things. There's going to be quite a few ways to play White Inside Its Umbra. There's going to be a huge amount of multiplayer fun with this game. Now, with Ghoul Busters, that will work on all 3DS and 2DS models. You better grab your old 2DS, your new 2DS, your grandpa's 3DS, and your mom's 3DS. All of them. All of them will work. So, I'm very excited to bring these titles to you. We'll focus on these two for now. I don't want to confuse you with too many titles launching because, again, I've been working on 7 games simultaneously to get some final games onto the Wii U and 3DS to celebrate the end of these consoles. Nintendo has put in a huge amount of work and effort to help me bring these games to you. And White Inside Its Umbra on the Wii U should be launching soon, and around the same time, Undertakers should launch for that as well. So again, that's a port of the 3DS game, but it has a brand new game mode with brand new graphics. It's a competitive multiplayer game, and we'll look at the pricing at that when we start setting up the digital eShop, but I will probably be looking at $7.99 for Undertakers on the Wii U. White Inside Its Umbra should be about $24.99 USD, and hopefully, probably similar pricing for the Euro as well. So just on a personal note, just to let you know how I'm going behind the scenes with all the games, it's a massive amount of effort. We have 4 games that are currently submitted to Nintendo and in the pipeline, so we're waiting for the rest of those to be approved and start selling. So what I'm working on now are the 2 Gaiden games simultaneously. That will be Gaiden for the Wii U and Gaiden Deathly Delusion Destroyers for the 3DS. It's an immense amount of work. I'm not able to work my full capacity in terms of earlier in the year I was working 130 hours a week. I dialed that down to 120 hours a week. At the moment, I can't handle that anymore. I tried last week to be able to get these games in quickly. I still haven't really fully recovered from March because I haven't stopped working since March, but that's the work that you have to do if you're going to try to make 7 full-sized commercial titles, not just in 1 year, but within the span of a couple months. As a solo developer, something like that is extremely challenging. So last night I felt a pretty heavy drag. I was trying to submit a White Inside Its Umbra with the revised e-manual to Nintendo last night, and I just, yeah, I couldn't focus on the paperwork. Once you're exhausted, it's hard to get paperwork right, and if you screw up the paperwork, you have to do everything all over again. So, yeah, I'm working to get the Gaiden games finished and submitted this month, and that leaves Vicarious Brothers, so hopefully I can have that finished sometime in the middle of next month, and then have that submitted, and then all the titles will be submitted to Nintendo. All the games will be done, and then we can all enjoy them. So I will soon post the pricing list for all of the titles. If you're interested in picking up all of the Wii U and 3DS titles, all of them together, they shouldn't cost more than 90 USD, so please load funds into your account if you are interested in picking up these games, and let other players know that they'll need to load funds into their account ahead of time. After August, you won't be able to put funds into your eShop account using eShop cards. You will have to use a Nintendo Network ID. I'll post a link in the description, but Nintendo will allow us to continue making 3DS and Wii U eShop purchases if you link your Wii U and 3DS eShop account to a Nintendo Network ID. Then you can use shared funds, the same funds that you would use with your Switch. So I'll post a link to that in the description. And I just want to personally thank everyone for their support. Please excuse me if I happen to miss your comment. I try to read and respond to everything. But again, YouTube doesn't always alert me to your comments, so unless I go back on videos and I have to scroll through everything manually and then look for new comments, I do try to do that to make sure I don't miss anyone's comments. So please excuse me if I missed that. Not Nintendo, YouTube hasn't been great with letting me know about everyone's comments being posted, but I do try to answer comments and questions. So again, thanks for your support. I'm very excited to get these games to you. Again, I've poured my heart and soul into these games, making sure they all bring something different and exciting to these consoles, so we can all enjoy the end of eShop sales on these consoles, and we can say, look, these consoles didn't go out with a whimper, they went out with a massive bang. And it's not just me that's doing the work. Nintendo has done a huge amount of work to help me bring these games to you. If it were not for Nintendo, probably only 2 of these titles would be launching. So I really, I wish I could thank them personally. But really, thank you to all of you as well for showing your support. It really means a lot to me, even when you just comment and let me know that you are looking forward to these games, because I don't really know who's out there who's going to purchase these games. I fully understand these consoles are at the end of their commercial lifespan, but I know, like everyone else, I'm going to be enjoying these consoles for years to come. I know that many people out there are still going to enjoy these consoles for years to come. We're all still playing our original Nintendo Entertainment System, our Game Boys, Game Boy Colors. There's no reason why we can't keep enjoying these consoles. So I'm hoping that by bringing these games to the Wii and 3DS, this is a way for us to leave the scene with some positivity and some big Silver Falls energy. Again, I'm very excited. Thank you to everyone so much. I need to get back to writing the soundtracks. So here's how I'm working on the games. I have multiple workstations going, and then once I start a build on the games, I rush over to my audio workstation, and then I compose the soundtrack while I'm waiting for the game builds. Compose the soundtrack. Once the game builds are done, I deploy them to the hardware, I test, I take my notes on what needs revision and what needs fixing, work on that, do another build, get back to the soundtrack. It's quite intense, and it's pretty demanding, and I was doing that for 7 games simultaneously back in March. I can't handle that. I can handle 2 simultaneously, and that's it's a pretty massive challenge. So thank you, all of you, for your support. Again, please let everyone know if you know other people that are still using 3DS and Wii U, let them know that these games are coming out. Let them know that we will need to load funds into our accounts, because I'm not absolutely certain how long the approval process will take on these games. So I'm working as hard as I can to get them in. But we do have to wait for them to be approved. So thank you for your support. I'll see you all again very soon. Take care of yourselves. Be well.